In 2018, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information took steps to transform the education sector. The year was marked by infrastructure development, modernization of the curriculum, and increased funding for teachers and students, among other achievements. Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Audrey Williams. As you've likely guessed, in today's program we are sharing some of the major achievements of the Education Ministry. But first, we'll have a quick break, followed by the news.
Energy security is a priority for both Jamaica and Mexico. We agreed, therefore, to intensify our cooperation in this area.
Health, security and logistics, among others, also received equal attention in 2018. Watch the review of how the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade enabled partnerships for social development and economic growth.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, January 18. The Andrew Holness-led administration is now on its second day of intense consultations and planning sessions. The cabinet meetings are scheduled to conclude tomorrow. The consultations were called as the end of the parliamentary year approaches. Among agenda matters is a review of the country's sector performance over the past year. In addition, the executive is finalizing the priority areas for the upcoming 2019-2020 fiscal year. The consultations and planning sessions are the first such meetings since the start of 2019. The last of its kind took place in the final quarter of 2018 when the team agreed on targets for continued growth and development. Kingston and St residents served by the 33-inch Rio Cobre to Tulloch Spring water transmission main can now breathe a sigh of relief as the pipeline has been repaired. The 33-inch conduit is one of two water mains that were damaged along the Mandela Highway, causing disruption to over 100,000 residents. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement on Wednesday, saying the Rio Cobre to Tulloch Spring main was back in commission. The other water main, which is 18 inches long and 35 feet underground, will be replaced by March. Upon installation, Mr. Holness says the corporate area will be adequately and sustainably served.
The water mains that we are putting in will be appropriately designed, they will be appropriately spec'd and properly installed, both to carry current capacity and future demands and to withstand catastrophes and eventualities that could impact the productivity and economy of the country.
While work continues apace on the new pipelines, Mr. Holness is reassuring National Water Commission customers that interim arrangements are in place to serve those affected.
We are now completing our negotiations to purchase 700 gallons of water per day from a private source to supplement that which we would have lost by not having the 18-inch main operational.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness was addressing the official launch of the Essex Valley Agriculture Development Project in St. Elizabeth. Meanwhile, more than 700 farmers of St. Elizabeth and Manchester are to benefit from the Essex Valley Agriculture Development Project. The project is one of the largest investments in irrigation infrastructure in Jamaica. It will provide improved irrigation systems on approximately 700 hectares of land. That involves the development of a climate-resilient off-farm irrigation system consisting of 6 wells and the restoration of approximately 30 kilometers of farm roads. United Kingdom Caribbean Infrastructure Partnership Fund is financing the £35.5 million project, which is being administered by the Caribbean Development Bank. It was launched on Wednesday and is scheduled for completion by August 2022.
This irrigation system being provided will address the inability of our farmers to plan for production, which leads to market gluts and shortages, the inconsistencies in the price of produce, disease and pest infestation and some crops during the dry season. And of course, the increase in overhead costs for our farmers who plant during the dry season and have to purchase water.
Meanwhile, Minister Audley Shaw has revealed that the government will be taking a multi-pronged approach to improving the coffee industry. This includes market diversification and the increased productivity and production of Blue Mountain, High Mountain, and Lowland coffee. Other solutions being contemplated include a reduction of infringements on the Jamaica Blue Mountain and Jamaica High Mountain coffee trademarks on the international and local markets. Minister Shaw made the announcement at the launch of the Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Festival on Tuesday.
I urge the Coffee Exporters Association to pursue market development and diversification, product expansion and proliferation, as well as brand development and positioning to take the world's best coffee, the Blue Mountain Coffee, globally.
The second annual Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Festival 2019 is being held March 1 to 3 in Newcastle, St. Andrew. The Ministry of Justice has pledged to start updating about 800 laws from paper-based to digital platforms. The update will be facilitated through the Legislation Production Management System, LPMS. The commitment was announced at yesterday's launch of the 2019 Training and Demonstration Workshop of the Legislation Production Management System. The LPMS is a software designed to manage the drafting and publishing of legislative documents and links of all ministries, departments, and agencies involved in the preparation of legislation.
We want to thank you for this legislative production management system, which is a software that I understand you provided, the Canadian government provided, but was fine-tuned with the help of Jamaicans. So that this is the software that you will be introduced to and that we'll be working with to make sure that legislation can move more timely and that the demands of the public can be met.
Meanwhile, the first update of the penalties for laws will be tabled at the next sitting of the House of Representatives. A law reform department is being created with the mandate to review outdated laws to ensure that penalties are timely and relevant. And finally, an upgraded administration building is now open at the Aquatic Sports Association, based at the Independence Park Complex in St. Andrew. The Aquatic Sports Administration building was upgraded at a cost of $7 million and was officially handed over on Thursday.
This administrative building is now complete with additional office space, 2 meeting rooms, and yes, a VIP lounge. Most important, this extended building will enable the ASAJ to earn additional income, which is a most satisfying prospect.
The building was constructed in part by FINA and the People's Republic of China, which assisted with material and labor. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
As promised to you earlier, up next is a review of the year that was for the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information.
Good morning, class. I'm Regine, your teacher for today. So we all know that our ministry, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, was on a mission last year to better serve our needs, right?
Right.
So for today's lesson, I'll be jogging your memory on some of those major achievements. Let's get started. So, as part of the ministry's goal to reduce overcrowding and end the shift system in schools, numerous infrastructural upgrades were carried out. New classrooms and facilities were added at St. James High, Warsaw Primary, Mineral Heights Primary, Runaway Bay All Age, and Middlesex Infant School. The process also started to make room for more students at Black River High, Fair Prospect Primary, Montego Bay High School for Girls, and the Immaculate Conception High School.
We are creating a comprehensive program for every school that needs expansion to be expanded. We are creating a comprehensive program to build out the 17 new high schools that are required.
But the infrastructural upgrades spanned much further than the classroom. The long-awaited Transitional Living Complex was open to house 40 young women aged 18 to 21 who have aged out of state care but have no options for safe housing.
I think this project is a testament
to the shared vision across administrations about what is needed to strengthen our child protection service.
The Muirton Child Care Facility in Portland, which houses boys with learning challenges, was expanded. The Granville Place in Trelawney, which now offers skills training for female wards, received new facilities. The all-boys St. Augustine Place of Safety in Clarendon received a new multi-purpose classroom. The first of 12 parent places was established at Emmanuel Chapel in Mount Salem, St. James. And the St. Catherine and Westmoreland Youth Innovation and Homework Centers were upgraded.
We're pairing our youth centers now and making them into homework centers.
And before we close this chapter on infrastructural upgrades, let me remind you about 3 more outstanding projects. The new Diagnostic and Early Intervention Center at Sam Sharp Teachers College in Granville. Similarly, children with disabilities have access to quality care after the opening of the $70 million Stimulation Plus Early Childhood Center in Rockford, Kingston. And the new Savannah Lamar Inclusive Infant Academy for students with and without disabilities is now open.
Inclusive education means, therefore, creating an environment to all different and diverse students to learn side by side in the same classroom. Inclusive education values the unique contributions each student brings to the classroom. Everybody is special in the sight of God.
Now, let's turn our attentions to some major milestones, starting with those in academia. The Brain Builders program was launched and is now operational in 12 of the planned 126 institutions.
Because if we are going to transform Jamaica, if we are going to fix Jamaica's social problem, or crime problem, or economic problem, we have to fix the education system through a focus on our 0 to 3 program, the 0 to 3 strategy.
All students who sat the final GSAT exam were placed in a full 7-year secondary level institution.
We are now able to place 100% of our students in high school, and not just 5 years now, but we are now guaranteeing our students 7 years.
And that's not all.
The results show increases in 4 of the 5 areas that were tested.
There were also marked improvements in the CSEC, Maths and English exams. So you know what this means, guys. The onus is on us to keep the bar raised high. And there was even more achieved. The Pediatric Pulse Medical Guide and the Abbey and Friends Access to Information booklet were created. The Special Education Policy has been submitted to Cabinet for approval. A national grooming policy has been released for public schools. The Caribbean's first U-Report social messaging tool has been launched. The Records and Information Management Policy has been launched to document and manage all activities and decisions of the government. And a new PEP website for students, parents, and teachers is available for browsing.
A fully dedicated PEP website with everything you need to know about PEP, practice items, all the materials that you have printed will be available for you 24/7.
Now, it's time to turn our focus to some of the actions taken by our ministry to ensure the continued safety and security for students like you and I. The Trees for Peace competition was started in schools to promote clean and safe environments. Uniform groups in schools were increased to improve discipline among students. And 120 fire extinguishers and other fire safety gadgets were donated to 40 schools. And on the matter of safety, here's a quick reminder. In 2018, the ministry reported a significant decline in the number of uninvestigated child abuse cases.
We had about 5,000 that were not yet investigated. Since the merger, we have moved that from 5,000 to 400. Still have a lot to do, but steps in the right direction.
And just before I wrap up today's session, let me also refresh your memory about the ministry's continued support to the sector through increased funding. And the final point in today's lesson is that numerous scholarships and training sessions were granted to students and teachers to further develop the country's human resources.
We have to develop this capacity for multilingual capability to be able to navigate in this new global age.
ESOS, that's Spanish for and that's it. We have come to the end of the year in review lesson for today. Thanks for staying for the recap of some of the major achievements of our ministry, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information for the year 2018. Class dismissed. See you at our next session.
"2019 is the year for PEP. In a few months, the first cohort of students will sit the three-part exam, which is set to provide a better and more complete profile of their academic and critical thinking capabilities. For more on this new kid on the learning block, watch this.
The Grade 6 Achievement Test has finished its course, and the time has come for the primary exit profile to start its journey.
PEP is the acronym for the primary exit profile, and it is the new exam that will replace the current Grade 6 Achievement Test. It's a better test. I don't think people need to be afraid of it. It is far more student friendly. It is designed that instead of being a one-shot exam, it will be assessment over a 3-year period. And important that the final set of assessment will only now be on the Grade 6 curriculum. So we think it's a much better assessment to better prepare our students for high schools.
PEP is closely aligned to the new National Standards curriculum that is being implemented to equip students with 21st century skills.
The primary exit profile, PEP, has 3 components. We have the performance task, and we have the ability test and the curriculum-based test. The performance task, this is an activity that will be given to the students. It is an activity that is based on the curriculum at the different grades. Rather, if the performance task is at grade 4, it will be based on the grade 4 curriculum. This task will look at putting the children into a real-world scenario where they are asked to respond based on the content that they would have gained from being exposed to the National Standards curriculum to respond to an activity in a scenario. The ability test looks at verbal reasoning and quantitative reasoning. It's not curriculum-based, meaning that it's not based on the curriculum at grade 4, 5, and 6. So students, in responding to these items, will not need content knowledge at the grade 4, 5, and 6 level. The curriculum-based test, this will be based on the grade 6 curriculum. It will be in social studies, science, mathematics, and language arts. Unlike GSAT, it has multiple choice items along with other item types. So you will have the multiple choice with explanation. You will have matching, order matching. You will have table grade, a different variety of item types.
What is one side going to be on the other side, correct? Yes.
We are advanced in our preparation for PEP administration. We start with our mock tests. Come June, we'll have our grade 4 students as well as our grade 5 students doing mock performance tasks. The grade 4 students, they will do their performance task in language arts and mathematics. Our grade 5 students will do our performance task in language arts, mathematics, social studies and science.
Okay, good job, good job.
In our preparation, we have also trained our grade 4 teachers, our grade 5 teachers. They have also been trained in how to assess the curriculum at the classroom level. We will be training those same group of teachers, the grade 4 and 5 teachers, in May in administering the performance task, because there is a section on the performance task that requires the teacher, the classroom teacher, to do a series of activities to prepare the students, to make them feel comfortable going into doing their own task the following day.
The trainings that were done were really great. It had us as teachers being very active. We would have received material that would help us to make or develop assessment questions that would assist our children and even us as teachers to get the practice in how we go forward into developing assessment activities and teaching our children to be really critical thinkers when we are teaching and assessing them.
We're excited about the move to PEP because this is what the society needs. The National Standards Curriculum, which PEP is designed on, is creating students that are globally competitive.
This will not just have the children looking at knowledge alone, but it will have them engage, actively engage. And so the skills that we will be developing in them will take them far and wide globally, because these skills are really needed wherever they go.
For students to maximize their potential, they must get support. This includes books, electronic learning devices, and encouragement.
The cheetah is known all over the globe as the fastest land animal in the world. But right here in Jamaica, there is a special type of cheetah that is not only known for its speed, but also for its unique relationship with students across the education system.
So our company name again is Cheetah. It's an acronym, Connect to Higher Education, Electronic Tools, Application and Help. So I thought it was more appropriate to definitely have a mascot, a live mascot that symbolizes our company. Our students have really liked it in terms of we have done dancing contests. So a lot of times we could see, how can you dance better than a cheetah. Okay, so here we go. Are we ready? Are we ready? All right, let's start.
In addition to, and arguably more important than its engaging cheetah mascot, this self-funded informal charitable arm donates numerous educational content and electronic tools to selected schools across Jamaica. These institutions are chosen on a needs basis.
So the tools include some of our books. We have a lot of books that we have created. Some of them are already on the ministry's book list. Like for instance, we have a book, Not Another Me, which coincidentally aligns with the Ministries of Education theme about who am I. And it's a great book in dual language, Spanish and English. And the words of the book are lyrics to a song. And it's a nice reggae song, I'm a cheetah. And I searched all over and could not find another me. That's one of the many books that we have. And then we also have even our dancing cheetah toy, and I have him right here. Children love him, and so we have our books, we have our toy, we have our tablets.
We got approximately 80 tablets from the Cheetah project, We have been using those tablets for almost 2 to 3 years now, and they are helping us tremendously in reading and in mathematics. Students are now encouraged to use IT in their studies, and I'm quite certain when the students leave Norman Gardens for high school, they are going to be well prepared where technology is concerned.
I think it helps with the students so that they can learn how to do different types of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and other topics in
There's no way I know I could do it on my own. It's a big collaborative effort, and so I needed other persons to be on board with me. And so the first person I called was the person who I've interacted most, Ministry of Education. They have purchased most of my tools throughout the years.
The ministry has been in partnership with Cheetah Toys, as the company is called, since 2015. It has been going exceptionally well. She has also supported us in terms of scholarships for some of our students, and she's also participating in the development of PEP questions, working with our curriculum and other education officers. And last year, she actually did some GSAT preparation sessions for selected schools across the island.
The measurement for this line is what? 180. Now that I've drawn a line right here, what is the measurement for this side? 90 degrees. What is the measurement for this side? 90 degrees. Good. So you're going to pray, and you're also going to do proper planning and preparation prevents poor performance.
So what we're trying to do overall is just to inspire the children, to encourage them, and also to give them some of the tools that we believe will help them to excel. So we want to also be considered as a teacher's helpers. We're not going to go in and do something entirely new. We want to work in collaboration with the teachers, recognize what they need, and see how best we can help to facilitate them.
And I know the question you've all been asking is, why the name Cheetah?
I've always loved the color cheetah. I'm wearing my tie today, but I usually love the print. And then later when I've done the research, I found that cheetah is so different. It has made a name for itself. It's the fastest of all the land animals. So I think that the cheetah has a lot to offer. And I think like cheetah, the students that we're trying to impact, trying to inspire, they could also make a name for themselves.
And just like that, we have arrived at the end of today's program. Thanks for staying with us. If you enjoyed the program and want to watch it again, simply visit our website, jis.gov.jm, or our YouTube page. You may also visit us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to learn more about our programs and initiatives. I'm Audrey. Have a great weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.